Hey, welcome back for another episode of Married at First Sight, season 16, episode 356, or is it 357? I don't know. This season has been going on for so long, and it's just the same stuff over and over again, but different location. This location this week, they're still in Gatlinburg at the couples retreat, but guess who's not there? Eris, that's right, because he went home early because he had a work thing. Is that what we call in the streets these days, Eris? But so we open up with Eris in bed. Eris can't even look at the camera directly.
Sang bang, dang gong. I was all over that place, basically, a lot of places.
It's like Eris, does he have Asperger's? Because he does not make eye contact at all. And now, mind you, I know my eyes dart a lot when I'm talking to people because, I'm just always mesmerized by people. So maybe that's his thing. Like, I just can't keep looking at you directly, and then I blink a lot. But anyhow, so Eris is saying that, the home doesn't feel the same without Jasmine and Duchess being there. It's like he was reflective because Jasmine wasn't there. Is it because Jasmine wasn't doting over him and telling him how great he was? Is that why he's feeling like introspective about it, or is it because the meditation is working for him?
Holding it down, holding yourself down when it seems like the world is throwing jabs at you.
Like the meditation is making him more introspective. Anyhow, we go over to the retreat and we see Clint and Gina in bed, and Clint is hungover. And Gina has an antidote. I'm surprised she didn't say, if I give you a head massage like, we do at the salon. But no, she gave him some aspirin or something for the hangover. So then, the couples just kind of mosey on over to, I'm not going to even bother talking about Chris and Nicole. We'll get to them later. The couples mosey on over to Paula Deen's lumberjack. Which is like, why does Paula Deen have a lumberjack spot? I mean, I know she's country and I know she's all about country life and being racist and all that stuff. But, a lumberjack spot? And by the way, I went to Paula Deen's restaurant in Panama Beach, Florida. It was god-awful. I was expecting at least decent, but it was god-awful. It was worse than any cafeteria food, the worst cafeteria you ever been to. And then it was overpriced, and they made you kind of order family style. So you had to pay for everything, and they didn't even have alcohol. I don't think. I think they had some like cheap, like Boone's Farm type wine. Like, this food is awful. Everything about it was awful at Paula Deen's. But back to the show. So they're at this Paula Deen's lumberjack place, and they're doing all these different like adventurous activities, like climbing over logs and water and climbing up poles. And incidentally, the best one out of the bunch was Jasmine.
Go with your bad self.
But Jasmine was like, I wish Eris was here. He would probably find it attractive that I was good. I'm like, no, is somebody gonna ever tell her? Is somebody gonna tell Jasmine that it doesn't matter what you do, Eris will not be attracted to you? Eris just, he decided on that wedding day when you walked down that aisle that you weren't it for him.
It's a chop. It's a chop.
So, Jasmine, give it up, turn it loose. I say that every week because every week it's the same old stuff. But now Eris is trying to act like, he's in it, so he won't seem like, at the end of the day, he doesn't seem like a total douche. But Eris, you're a total douche. We see you for your works.
Douchebag of the year.
So, the couples, they get together and they start discussing, the events like they always do. They kind of break off into groups. One group has Jasmine in it and the other one doesn't. And they're like, oh my God, Eris was so sweet to Jasmine. He said such kind things to her last night. Oh, but, it's like, stop BSing us. Like, stop blowing smoke up her ass, okay? Eris is not checking for Jasmine, and we know this. So, like, stop it. So then, we get on. I didn't watch it thoroughly. I kind of fell asleep, I think. I don't remember how the episode ended. But what I do know is that Shaq and Kirsten are BSing us as well. Like, they go off and we're overlooking Gatlinburg, which is beautiful. All the trees in the mountains, if you like that. And Shaq and Kirsten are having a talk because Kirsten keeps saying, I think we need to talk. We need to get to know each other better. And Shaq made a good point. I observe you, Kirsten. I don't need to ask. You don't need to ask questions to get to know people. You can just observe them and be in their presence to kind of know who they are. And you know who you are, Kirsten? Boring. Boring and dead behind the eyes. If you want America's Next Top Model, Tyra will be like, you need to smize, Kirsten. And you know when they went to that saloon with Nicole and Chris, Kirsten always has a fakest smile. Like, Kirsten, come on, that's not a real smile. And Shaq was just like, oh my God, Kirsten look good. She look good in red. I like Kirsten in that red. She look real good. And the funny thing is, they were trying to act like they were in a saloon when they changed their accents. I was like, Shaq, you don't need to change your accent. You sound right. You don't need to alter your voice to sound country, because you already sound country, Shaq. So, I mean, nothing much happened. So then let's just move on through. Eris comes back and he meets up with Jasmine, and he's like, you know, I miss you and Duchess, you know, I miss the hair on the floor. He misses the weave on the floor. That's just sad. That's all he can pull is the weave on the floor. I miss your weave on the floor. Like, he takes
Nigga, please.
these digs and she doesn't pick up on it. And I was like, Jasmine, you need to be better than that. You really need to pick up on the cues.
No shade, no shade.
She disappoints me, and I can't take up for her any longer. I will not take up for Jasmine any longer because she should know better. And Eris should do better. But so then, you know, they had a discussion. It's like BS and, oh, you know, I kind of missed you, and you know, I see, you know, what you've done for me.
Well, that's bullshit, Gary, and you know it.
And Nicole's still on her self-deprecating, I'm no good at this. They go, you know, to mini golf and putt-putt, and she's like, I'm not good at this. As you can tell, you know, I flipped something before. It's like she keeps eluding that she is going to go off eventually. And when is it going to happen? Are you going to go Hurricane K on us? Because we're waiting, Nicole. We're waiting. And this whole self-deprecating thing, it's old. This whole Debbie Downer, negative Nancy routine that she does. I'm over it. Stop it. Whatever. So then, like, later on in the show, Nicole brings up this whole, you know, why isn't Chris trying to make plans for our apartment? I mean, I don't want to live apart. And Chris noted to Shaq, you know, I understand. I get why she doesn't want to live apart when we move out of here after decision day. But, I mean, it takes time. And then vacation isn't the time to start planning. Like, wait till y'all get back after vacation.
Looking good, Billy Ray.
Feeling good, Louis.
So, you know, she has this dumb idea to dress up like dinosaurs for breakfast. And Chris is like, I don't understand the point. Because it's silly. I still don't get it. But will you do it with me? And he was like, I guess. And they did it. And it was a bomb. So Nicole don't understand comedy. And not that all my jokes go over, because I know people don't laugh at these jokes I'm telling here. Like, people think I'm serious because I'm kind of deadpan. But Nicole, you need to understand jokes. There's a such thing as timing and your content. Not the content that we're producing on YouTube. It's the material. Like, she just really thought that dinosaur thing was gonna take off and was gonna get a laugh. It got a oh my God, what are we doing? What's going on here? Like, this is so weird. It's weird. It wasn't funny. And she let it go on. She did say something I was shocked that someone of her generation would say. She said, dynamite. I was like, you know dynamite, Nicole? I mean, most people of her age would not know Dynamite. And I know Good Times is on every day on TV One. But Nicole, you watching TV One? Or does your father did your father tell you about Dynamite? So anyhow, this episode was boring. And, you know, Gina, again, it's like she has to mention the salon. She's talking to Clint. and she's like, breaking down. One of her employees has quit, and that's I'm sorry you had to see me cry. And she's like, that's the life of being married to a business owner. I was like, dude, you are not the first business owner. And again, a hair salon is not like some high powered business unless you're like a
Oh, shit. Excuse me, Laquita. I got me a little insubordination here. I need some privacy.
like visible changes, or Paul Mitchell, or the Aveda Salon Group. Those are the only ones I can think of right now. Or even Supercuts. You are just a shop owner and I know hair salons have a high turnover rate. Get over it, Gina. So anyhow, tell me what you think. Are you tired? Are you ready for the season to be over? And what else happened at the end? Because I forgot at this point. Like and subscribe.